feel like I've played enough of the game to have a good opinion, is the original beginning line to the script I was preparing to write. You see, my experience with this game contains a lot of context. The first piece of said context is that I have not yet played the 3DS Rhythm Heaven, and am comparing it to the masterpiece that is the Rhythm Heaven on the Wii. The second, more important piece of context is that I played through half this game half asleep. No, I am not being dramatic. I've been struggling with fatigue issues lately, and yes, I'm going to see a doctor about it at some point, don't worry. An unfortunate consequence of playing a rhythm game half asleep is that you're going to be absolutely awful at it, and you're only going to be able to process so much. This game was making me intolerably grumpy. I thought the spirit of Rhythm Heaven was gone, and that I didn't even really want to finish the game. It was ruining rhythm games for me. It was making me sad. Add on the fact that I am also trying to platinum Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, also with fatigue issues, and yeah. Something kept me going, though. Eventually, I started playing this game in the morning instead, when I actually have energy, and things changed completely. So I'm going to rewrite this video essay and praise this game as I should. There are a small handful of games that weren't really as creative as I was hoping they would be. There's one where it's just a lady cutting vegetables, or a car accelerating and braking to the beat, or a dog catching a frisbee. And the game I dislike the most is the crab one, where you have to hit 2 buttons to control both claws, but for no reason. You don't need to control the claws independently, so the need to press 2 buttons seems excessive. My mistake was thinking that most of the games were dull. The ones that I thought were dull at first always had that Rhythm Heaven brand weirdness that I was looking for, but I couldn't see it because I wasn't all there mentally. The little frogs hopping on the lily pads seemed dreadfully dull, but I was overlooking the huge frog that came crashing out of the water to jam along to the music halfway through. The game where you're crushing cat food cans with a hammer is boring until you realize the story behind it is you're actually working while being overlooked by a giant cat. The entomologist game was where I wanted to throw in the towel. What is so interesting or creative about catching grasshoppers and butterflies? I'll tell you what. When the game is almost over, the entire background starts floating in an alien sci-fi fashion, and the characters don't notice until they all fall into place again. How could I have been so blind? I think my change of heart really started with A for Effort. This is by far my favorite game. The rhythm challenge is simply pressing the button in time with the music, which matches up with the last letters of the words tea, soda, and cocoa. When you do so successfully, there are Shutterstock images of people drinking tea, soda, and cocoa. I was ecstatic. A game that seemed so simple has all the Rhythm Heaven charm I was craving, and I was able to recognize it because I was actually awake enough to get it. This is when I went backwards and tried to collect the medals from previous games I had given up on. Now I am going to complain about Hop and Slide because this game, I can't even. It's so simple, but I could not get a medal on it for weeks. I counted 2. If you miss 3 times, you're not getting a medal. I had to learn that because I could not find out why I kept failing. I have one now, obviously. Here's picture proof. Anyway, I was finally starting to have fun with this game. Playing the games I previously hated now became a joy to me. I'll list some of my favorites. The first game is actually one of my favorites. You play as a little white circle dude at the end of a conga line of 4 other little white circle dudes who are jumping through hula hoops in rhythm and take this activity very seriously. I like the cute little umbrella dudes in Brawly Good Show, and the cute little teleporting alien dudes in Lightning Bolting. I like cute things, okay? A game that I like that is not explicitly as cute as the others is Sneezy Moon. There is a haunted moon that comes to life on Halloween and has terrible seasonal allergies. You play as little ghost guys in galoshes trying to sneak past a break in the fence when the moon sneezes. Even in my half-dead mental state, I could recognize the creativity here. I have not completed the flip side of this game yet, but I needed to get the video essay out, so that's going to have to be fine. I'm sure I'll continue to love it. It dawned on me that I should take a break from writing the script and try playing the rhythm RPG again before talking about it. Every time I've played this side mode, I was absolutely zonked. I had it up to here with it. It's too sensitive. There's so many button combos, and it's so confusing. The bee keeps getting away from me. It's a miracle I've made it to Act 6. I think I'm just done with it. I did Act 6 just now, so I could have an updated perspective on it. This side mode is pretty cool. Yes, it's a bit overwhelming, and the beat can get away from you very easily, but that doesn't make it unenjoyable. It just makes it rather difficult at times. It can be very sensitive, and even a slight miss in timing can mean significantly less damage output. But it's a fun break from the norm of the mainline rhythm games, and I quite enjoy it despite only being of average skill level at it. So yes, Nintendo has released an amazing Rhythm Heaven game. Does it compare to the Wii? No, simply no. But that's not fair because nothing could, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 and tell the truth. I love it. This game was a good lesson to me in assessing your own mental state when reviewing something. It is a surprisingly big factor in how you react to something. Not just whether you're tired or not, even your situation in life can play a part. It can endear a piece of media to you for life, even if it's not normally your thing. Or it can sour a piece of media to you forever, even if it is so close to other media you usually enjoy. Examples. I love the Like-O Ninjago series. Seasons 1 to 7 are so nostalgic to me, and I will never, ever, as long as I live, be able to form an opinion on them objectively. I can review them objectively, if I wanted to, but my personal feelings towards the show will always be star-studdedly positive, seeing as I grew up with these little fruit-colored crime-fighting ninjas. Or, an example more overtly outside of my usual taste is the video game Days Gone. I will always look back on that game fondly because even though I've never played it and haven't even seen the whole thing, and it is so far outside of what I normally like to play, my husband had a blast playing it and loves to tell the story of how he survived the Sawmill Horde and how much he enjoyed exploring the world on Deacon St. John's bike. On the negative end of things, songs that remind me of previous relationships tend to make me roll my eyes and internally gag. They may be perfectly good songs that fall within my usual taste of music, but I can no longer like them subjectively because of all that past history. I will be eternally grateful that I had a second chance to enjoy this game and that I didn't give up on it. Rest assured, I will play it through to the end, and you have my wholehearted blessing to try it out for yourselves.